going, gang?
Good, how are you?
Outstanding. Another good day. You can tell we're getting a little bit of that leg weariness that comes with fourth day, especially given all the reps that we have been able to divvy up with the way we've practiced. But excited about putting the whole team together tomorrow and watching us get after each other for the first time in full pads. That'll be exciting. And then Saturday we'll practice in the morning in shorts and shoulder pads, and then have a little bit of a scrimmage on Saturday afternoon. So looking forward to the weekend.
Mini scrimmage?
Mini scrimmage, yeah. I don't know how many plays, 30, 40, something like that.
Is Kevin going to be able to
You know, I don't know. We want that muscle to calm down. You know, it's one of those things with muscles. If it's not healthy and you rip something, you throw something, you rip it again, now you're back to square one. So you probably go more days than you think necessary. I would say if not Saturday, then certainly Sunday or Monday.
What have you seen different about Brijo this year?
Well, he knows what he's doing, at least most of the time. It was a 50% proposition last year. And he's one of those kids that just nods at you. I got it. And he's a fearless guy, but you can't play this position without having all the tools, and knowing everything is certainly necessary in your toolbox.
A guy like Barr with his size, I mean, he was a running back in high school, but is it almost more effective getting him the ball in the position he's in now?
I think he has the chance to impact the game in a variety of ways from where he's playing, and you know, he and Christian and Morrell are all kind of unique athletes in that they can do a little everything. So I feel like we've got a good thing going at that position.
That plays in well at that position as it
exactly.
stands in this offense.
Yes, exactly. He's what you're looking for in that regard. Yeah.
You went on the grass today.
Well, that was in the plan anyway. We we move it to either side so that we can kind of keep the kids fresh, doing everything that they can do, and you know, that's why we have a grass field. We like it. We just can't use it all the time.
Being in Southern California, why do you even need this field?
Why do we need this field? Because you can walk over there and see in one practice how much damage we did to that turf, and we got a lot of practices between now and November. It's just hard to keep it together. I mean, almost everybody you play has these fields, not necessarily on the game day, but certainly to play it. And so it's part of the deal. And I know there are opinions to the contrary, but I would say to you that there's no study that would tell you there are more injuries happen on this than that.
Rick, you guys getting the pads on tomorrow. What are you most excited about seeing? You know, what players, what positions?
Oh, I'm excited for the whole thing. You know, we've got a number of young players that have shown promise. It's always fun to see what happens to their minds when there's some banging going on. Now, light bulbs, you can see that there was still a lot of banging, but we'll get a little bit more aggressive tomorrow, obviously, and it's always fun to see how they react to that.
When you start narrowing it down in terms of snaps, I mean, reps, like I guess.
Well, it will get narrowed down now. We had the divided squad now, so everybody got chances. Now, I just made the point to the team that, you know, these young players, a lot of them are going to have to learn vicariously. And then they asked what that meant. And then I said, well, I said, you got to watch what the other guy does and make sure that you are not making the same mistakes, because you're not going to get the same amount of reps to make the mistakes yourself. So it's a necessary part of football, because we all have a limited amount of time and a limited amount of chances you can put your guys after each other in full gear and still be ready for play a first game. So that's why experience is so important.
When do you see yourself kind of zeroing in on the starting lineup?
Oh, we'll make some more decisions after the 21st. We'll have, you kind of gear through all the way that first big scrimmage and see how guys respond to that when the coaches aren't out on the field and all that kind of stuff. And then you kind of decide who your team is, and then you start coaching them.
So 30 plays, maybe.
I don't want to be held to it, but I'd love to get 100 plays, but it's just not prudent to do this early.
But the one at Drake.
That'll be, that one you hope to get somewhere between 80 and 100 plays, and that's the one big one. And then you have one other one about 8 days before the first game where you kind of do it against look teams, or what you perceive to be look teams, and then you call off the jam and see if you can't be ready to play a game in Manhattan, Kansas. Everybody good?